Hey guys, so this weekend I've been playing a new game called Warface. It's a pretty cool game coming out on the Xbox 360 soon, I believe sometime in the spring, and I was recently invited to play in the closed beta, cause I'm just that good. No, just kidding, I signed up online like 3 months ago and I thought I didn't get in, but I just got an email this Friday giving me a promo code so I could download the beta. I must say, this game can blow all the other games and franchises out of the water with a little bit of optimization, but it's still beta after all. It's been on the PC for some time now, and I don't want to say how long because I'm not entirely sure, but as anyone who plays console and PC games combined, they know that they're two very different gaming communities, and popular PC games don't always do well in the console world. So PC games are often hesitant to make that transfer over to the console. With that in mind, Warface has decided to take the plunge into the console community, and from what I have seen, it looks like they're doing a pretty good job of it. The gameplay is awesome. Every game needs that, obviously, but even in beta, it beats Call of Duty and maybe even Battlefield by a mile. The Call of Duty gameplay formula calls for the individuals to achieve the best that they can be personally, as in the highest KD, because that's what the game rewards. If you get a high KD, you consequently acquire high point streaks, getting you even more point streaks, and more and more and more. Now that's all fine and free for all, but in games like Capture the Flag, you have people camping the entire match that never leave their spot because they're too scared to lose their kill streak. This slows the gameplay way down and makes playing objective game types like that not fun at all because you just sit there the whole time doing nothing. Or if you use like a rush style gameplay, it's almost impossible to sniff out those camouflaged enemies lying in wait for you before they see you. The individual based formula does not work for anything team based. TF2, on the other hand, is very, very team based, and Warface kind of reminds me of that. There are basically no PC gamers that have never heard of TF2, and my guess would be that the majority of players have played it for a decent time period. In TF2, it's exactly the opposite of Call of Duty. Instead of focusing on KD, they move away from it. That's not to say that it's not in there, but they don't even show it at the end of the match, because the idea is it isn't supposed to matter. It's not supposed to matter because the developers of the game wanted a completely team-oriented game. There are like 9 classes you can choose from in the beginning of the match, or change it in-game, each with its own unique function for the team. The engineer, for instance, really only builds stuff. He can build a turret, but he can't defend himself very well. The spy is sneaky, and if used correctly, can be the savior of the match, but if he's caught, he's as good as dead. The heavy can defend a position like a beast, but he's too slow to rush an objective very well. Every class is unique. They all contribute to the overall well-being of the team. So while the spy is knifing people in the back and turning the other team into a bunch of paranoid pyros, the scout can capture a hardpoint. The weaknesses of one class is counterbalanced by the rest of the team. The players know their duties as their class and they perform them. It is that level of teamwork that without it, the game would just be unplayable. One thing that really stands out is the fact that you can't regenerate your health without a medic or a dispenser, or one of the scarce med packs, but those are pretty unreliable as far as finding one when you need it. You cannot survive without the medic class, and most medics will never get a single kill while they're the class. Even though their KD will be extremely low, the team cannot survive without them. Warface is like TF2 in that it's team-based gameplay. So, in Warface, the number of bullets you can take is measured by 2 things: health and armor. Neither of those automatically regenerates, nor are there health packs anywhere in the map. Now, during the beta release, the only classes that are available are Medic, Engineer, Rifleman, and Sniper. In the trailer, those are the only classes it shows, but I can imagine them coming out with some more in the future, or they might already be done but just weren't added to the beta. Medic has the ability to give other players health as well as himself, as well as revive fallen allies before they respawn, but he can't mend armor. Engineers can mend armor, but they can't revive players or provide health. The Rifleman has the ability to fill allies and himself with ammo, and the Sniper has no special abilities. Every class besides the Sniper aids their team in some way. Oh yeah, and I forgot. When you pick up weapons off the battlefield, which is very helpful for reasons I'll explain later, you only get one clip of ammo, or however much was in the clip when the original owner of the weapon was killed. So the rifleman is even more important than before. The reasons that many classes, the medic in particular, would want new weapons is because each class has a specific set of weapons it can choose from. The medic class, for instance, can only wield a shotgun. Now the maps, I won't go too heavily into detail, but they are very sniper friendly. I think that's why they didn't give the snipers any special abilities, because the maps alone give them such a huge advantage over, say, the engineer who can only carry an SMG. Not to say the sniper friendly maps are a bad thing, it doesn't really bother me at all. In fact, I kinda like it, even as a ground soldier. But anyway, the shotgun, as you would imagine, is very weak in a sniper environment, so picking up a weapon has huge advantages. As you might guess, the communication is really big in this game. Clans and factions are really going to be popular because, unlike TF2, you don't always know what your team needs for that given time. For instance, one of my favorite game modes is Plant the Bomb, which is similar to Search and Destroy, as you only get one life, and the objective is to take control of a bomb site from the enemy team, then hold that drop site until the bomb detonates. Now, in the two maps that this game mode offers, there are only two drop sites in each one. Both teams spawn on opposite sides of the map, one attacking and one defending. The defenders are slightly closer to the bomb sites, giving them some time to set up a defense before the attackers arrive. One player starts off with the bomb on the attacking team, and then the team chooses which site they want to attack. Now we start to see where the teamwork is really essential. Each team has 8 players in it, and the best strategy for this is, in my opinion, to go in 2 4-man squads, or everyone can stick together, though that's not as good. Each team should have 2 to 3 medics, because there is only one life per player, and the only way they can come back is if they're revived by a medic. 1 to 2 engineers, because they supply armor and they handle bombs much faster than any other class. And then the rest riflemen or 1 or 2 snipers, just to fill out the team and give you some firepower. If you get killed, you can still communicate with your team, so you can give away an enemy's position or lead a medic to your dead body for revival. If you get into a firefight, you can call for armor or health, and most of the maps are a fair size. Not so big that you can't get around, but not so small that you know what everything that's happening everywhere else. So your teammates are always within helping distance, but if you don't call for them, they won't come. I would be really surprised if clans and factions weren't huge in this game for all those reasons. Already they have an item in the main menu on the multiplayer that's entitled Clan War. You can choose to start a new clan war. I haven't really played around with it that much because the beta is only open for this weekend, but I did join one without realizing it, and it seems like it has a lot of potential. The server is freestanding from what I can tell, so it's always there once you start it, and you can come and go as you wish, with really long matches and whatnot. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. I'll be covering this game upon its release, so don't forget to subscribe if you like this. See you guys next time.